From your local bookseller, Barnes & Noble, where I am eagerly awaiting the release of Tom Cruise's new book, How I'm Saving Hollywood One Temper Tantrum at a Time. Well, actually, it's not so much a book, it's a giant-size coloring book. How I'm Saving Hollywood One Temper Tantrum at a Time by Tom Cruise. Well, actually, it's not a giant-size coloring book. It's a couple of photocopied pages. How I'm Saving Hollywood One Temper Tantrum at a Time. Well, actually, it's not a couple photocopied pages. It's some stick people Tom Cruise drew on the back of a napkin, but they were fighting. They were really angry, and he's saving Hollywood. This is Kurt Berglund with Payoff Pitch Dream Season Baseball. This is Block 15 of games. And once more, we are back at the Bronx for the 1977 Boston Red Sox at the 1977 New York Yankees for the third and final game of their series that has launched the Red Sox into the thick of the American League playoff picture and has left the Yankees clinging with their fingernails to the fringes of the playoff race. The Red Sox are 8-6, and with a win in this game, get themselves into a virtual tie for second place in the American League. The Yankees, on the other hand, are 7-7, and to give you an idea of how tight things are in the American League, if the Yankees lose, they drop to 7-8, and a game at least, and maybe 2 games out of the playoff picture with 3 to play. This is an 18-game mini-season plus playoffs that we are doing using the Payoff Pitch Cards and Dice simulation. I'm really glad that you're along with me. Make sure that you've subscribed to my channel for the rest of the Payoff Pitch Dream Season action that is coming up over the games 16, 17, and 18 for these clubs. Next up on my channel for Payoff Pitch Dream Season will be Sports Page 15, so be looking for that in the next day or two. Let's get to the lineups. For the visiting Boston Red Sox, leading off in right field, it's Dwight Evans. Batting second at shortstop, Rick Burleson. Batting third, the DH, Jim Rice. Batting fourth in left field, it's Carl Yastrzemski. Batting fifth and doing the catching, Carlton Fisk. Batting sixth and playing first base, George Scott. Batting seventh, and it does make me throw up a little bit in my mouth, center fielder Fred Lynn. Batting eighth, third baseman Butch Hobson. And batting ninth, second baseman Steve Dillard. On the mound for these Red Sox, it's right-hander Fergie Jenkins, who was 10-10 with a .368 earned run average in 1977. He pitched 193 games, 28 starts, and 11 complete games. In the lineup for the homestanding 1977 New York Yankees, Mickey Rivers leads off in center field. Roy White bats second in left field. Thurman Munson bats third at catcher. Reggie Jackson bats fourth, and he's the DH today. Chris Chambliss bats fifth. He's at first base. Greg Nettles bats sixth. He's at third base. Lou Piniella bats seventh. He's in right field. Willie Randolph bats eighth. He's at second base. And Bucky Dent will bat ninth and play shortstop. On the mound for these New York Yankees, it's their ace, I'm saying, and even in 1977, Ron Guidry at 16-7 with a .282 earned run average, 25 starts, 9 complete games, and a save just for fun, 210 innings pitched. And we are ready to go in the Bronx. Must win for the Yankees. If they drop to 10-8, if they drop to 7-8, the best they can do on the season is 10-8, And I don't think 10 wins is going to get anybody in the playoffs in this dream season. All right, here we go. The pitch to Evans from Guidry is grounded to Randolph. And Willie throws to Chambliss, and there's one out in the first inning for Boston. Burleson gets up there, 353 against lefties on the season. He grounds this one to Randolph. Willie does boot it. It's a one-base error, and Burleson's aboard in the first inning for Rice. One out and one on for Jim. Guidry to the belt, checks Burleson, the pitch home. Hey, struck him out. First one for Guidry, 2 gone in the first. Now it's Yastrzemski. Pitch to Yaz. This is hit to Nettles. And you're not going to believe this, but oh, he makes the play. Almost booted it, but he collected himself and threw to Chambliss, and that retires the Red Sox in the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Here comes Fergie, and here come the Yankees with Rivers, White, and Munson coming up. Fergie winds and delivers. It's a hanger to Rivers and drilled to the left and deep. Yes, on the run. He's got it for out number 1. Ooh, a scare on the very first batter for the Yankees, but Yaz comes through with the catch. Jenkins winds and delivers to White. And this is grounded to Hobson. Watch out if you're in the first base boxes. But he throws accurately, and Scott makes the putout for out number 2. And now it's Thurman Munson. Fergie winds and delivers. Ground ball Dillard. He flips to Scott, and it's a 1-2-3, a scary 1-2-3, but a 1-2-3 inning for Fergie in the bottom of the first. We go to the second. And it's Fisk, Scott, and Lynn for Boston. No score. Guidry winds, and he loses Fisk on an outside fastball. Carlton goes down to first, and here comes Scott. 362 against lefties. Guidry to the belt. The pitch to the boomer. Hit to center. It's high, but not deep. Mickey Rivers is going to make the catch, and he does for out number 1. Here's Fred Lynn. The pitch to him. Popped up. Nettles in fair territory is going to take it for out number 2. And now it's Hobson. Fisk stranded on first so far. The pitch to Butch. Hey, struck him out. That's strikeout number 2 for Guidry. We've played 1.5, and we're still scoreless in the Bronx. It's Reggie, Chambliss, and Nettles coming up for the Yankees in the bottom of the second. Fergie winds and delivers, and he just hung one. Reggie smashes it into left field, takes Fergie the other way, and he's aboard with a single in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Chambliss. Double play target if he can get him to hit it on the ground. Fergie to the belt. The pitch to Chris. Hit in the air to center. It's a looper. Here comes Lynn. Look at him cover the range. He's got it for out number 1. In the bottom of the second, Reggie returns to first base. Fergie to the belt. Checks Reggie. The pitch home to Nettles is a looping liner to right. Evans on the run. Reggie's on the run. It drops. Nettles is going to get to second before Evans' throw. Reggie's going to score all the way from first, and it's a 1-0 Yankee lead in the bottom of the second. Nettles is in scoring position on second base, and Piniella would love to drive him in. Fergie to the belt. The pitch to Lou. It's a hanger. Piniella down the left field line. Yaz to the wall. It's gone. And Fergie has allowed a 2-run homer to Lou Piniella. Lou has left the building, so has Elvis, and it is now 3-0 Yankees in the bottom of the second. Zimmer wants this game. He's not messing around. He's getting Mike Paxton up in the bullpen. The Red Sox bullpen loaded with arsonists, so you got to be a little bit careful. But Campbell and Sparky Lyle both had yesterday off, so they're back and they are ready. Randolph with 1 out and nobody on. Fergie the winds and delivers. Hit to left, but right at Yastrzemski. There's 2 gone, and now Bucky Dent. Fergie winds and delivers to Bucky. Hit to center, right at Lynn. And that will retire the Yankees in the second, but they score 3 on 3 hits and leave none. After 2, it's 3-0 New York in a game they gotta have. Guidry back on the mound. It's Dillard, and then the top of the order with Evans and Burleson. Guidry winds and delivers to the Red Sox second baseman. Hitting the air to center. It's going to drive Rivers back a few steps, but he's got it with no trouble. And there's 1 gone in the third. The pitch to Evans. Base hit into short left field just over Dent's glove. It lands in front of White. Evans is aboard with a single, and the Red Sox have a start in the third. Burleson coming up. Guidry to the belt. The pitch is popped. Nope, I'm wrong. The pitch is grounded to Chambliss. Chris goes to Dent for 1. Relay to Guidry covering. It's a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play. And the Yankees get out of the third with no damage. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 New York. And they've got the top of the order coming up. It's Rivers, White, and Munson as they're looking for tack-on runs. Jenkins winds and delivers to Mickey. Ground ball Hobson. Watch out if you're in the first base boxes. He throws and there's 1 gone. White is in there against Jenkins now. The pitch to Roy. Ground ball Burleson. They're breathing easier on the first base boxes. 2 gone, and now Munson. Jenkins winds. The pitch. Drilled by Munson into the alley. It splits Yastrzemski and Lynn. Thurman has himself a double to left center, and with 2 outs, he's in scoring position for Reggie. Now they have an interesting choice to make. Do they want to walk him and pitch to Chambliss? Yes, they do. They're going to walk Jackson with first base open and go after Chambliss. 317 for Chris against righties, but his name isn't Reggie Jackson. The pitch to Chris. Ground ball Dillard. He's going to go the short way and flip to Burleson, and that will retire the Yankees in the third. But the lead still remains 3-0 New Yorkers as we go to the top of the fourth. Guidry back out. Rice, Yaz, and Fisk, the meat of the Red Sox order in the fourth. Pitch to Jim. Hit to left. Driving Rice back to the warning track. He's got it for out number 1. Yastrzemski 0 for 1 on the day. Guidry winds and delivers. This is hit toward Chambliss. Chris gloves it and takes it himself to the bag, as he usually did. There's 2 outs. And now Fisk walked in the second inning. The pitch from Guidry hit to left. This is going to drive White back on the track to the wall. He's got it for out number 3. It was a hanger, but Fisk couldn't quite deliver. One more biscuit for breakfast, and that one's out of here. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Nettles, Piniella, and Randolph for New York as they're looking to add on to their 3-0 lead. Fergie winds and delivers a comebacker. He gloves it and throws to Scott for 1 gone. Piniella now. Lou hit a 2-run dong in the 2nd. Fergie winds, and this one is hit over Lynn's head. It's going to one-hop the wall. Look at Lou run. Or, on the other hand, don't. He stops at second with a double, and Lynn gets the ball back in. So, with 1 out, Piniella's in scoring position. He is single-handedly demolishing the Red Sox today. Randolph, well, with the help of Guidry, who's throwing a one-hitter. Randolph is in there now. Jenkins to the belt. The pitch to Willie. Ground ball Burleson. That'll keep Piniella at second. The throw to Scott, and there's 2 down. And now Dent. Fergie to the belt. The pitch to Bucky. Base hit. This one goes into right field. Piniella was off with the pitch. He's going to unbelievably score from second, and it's 4-0 Yankees as Dent comes through with an RBI single. Rivers up there now with 2 outs and Dent at first. Jenkins to the belt. The pitch. Base hit Rivers. Paxton still throwing in the bullpen. Dent stops at second. First and second with 2 outs for White. Zimmer breaking out the vaping materials in the dugout. Roy White stands in with Dent at second and Rivers at first. Jenkins to the belt. The pitch home to White is a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Look at Lynn charging and getting the throw in. That's going to hold Dent at third. The bases are now dripping with Yankees for Thurman Munson. And here comes Zimmer. He's not messing around. He wants the game, and he's going to get the ball. Mike Paxton is coming on in the bottom of the 4th for Jenkins, who has not really had a good dream season. Paxton, 29 games, 12 starts, 2 complete, 10-5 with a 3.83 earned run average on the season. He is the long man today. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Fergie went 3 2/3. Allowed 8 hits. He walked 1, but he was intentional. He struck out nobody, and he has allowed 4 runs, but there are 3 that are his responsibility on the bases. The bases are dripping with Yankees, and Munson is at the plate. Paxton to the belt. The pitch home to the Yankee captain. Ground ball Burleson. He's going to go the short way to Dillard, and Paxton gets them out of the mess. But 1 more run scores, and it's 4-0 New York. However, they could have blown the game open right there and did not. Guidry back out with a 4-run lead, which seemed like a lot to be giving Louisiana Lightning. Just entering his prime. Scott 0 for 1. Then Lynn, then Hobson. Guidry winds and delivers. The boomer hits one into the gap. It's going to split Piniella. It's going to split Piniella and Rivers, and Scott's going to make second with a leadoff double. Here comes Lynn. Here come the Red Sox. Guidry to the belt. Checks Scott. The pitch to Fred. Ground ball second. That's Randolph. He's going to throw to Chambliss as Scott moves to third with 1 out. And now it's Hobson. Guidry to the belt. The pitch home. Ground ball Randolph. This is going to score Scott. He throws to Chambliss, and the Red Sox are on the board. 4-1. Now they trail, and it's Dillard with 2 outs and nobody on. Guidry back to the windup, the pitch. Ground ball, Dent. He throws to Chambliss, and that retires the Red Sox in the 5th. They do get on the board, but that's all they get. 4-1, we're halfway home. 4-1, Yankees going to the bottom of the 5th. It's Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles, the left-handed sluggers for New York. Reggie is 1 for 1. He has scored a run. He was intentionally walked in the 3rd, and then Chambliss spit the bit when he could have done more damage to the Red Sox at that point. So Reggie's leading off. Paxton winds and delivers. Hey, struck him out. That's Paxton's first strikeout, and now it's Chambliss. Nobody aboard and 1 out. Paxton winds and delivers. Ground ball, Burleson. Rick throws to Scott, and there's 2 gone, and now Nettles. Hanger to Nettles, and this is driven to right and deep. Evans to the wall, but this is gone, and it's 5-1 New York as Nettles comes through with an insurance run. Red Sox score a run on the top of the inning, and Nettles comes right back and gets a dong in the bottom. Piniella is 2 for 2 with a double and a homer. Paxton to the belt. He's hanging this one to Lou. It's to left. It's deep. Yaz back. It's gone. 6-1 Yankees in the bottom of the 5th. Yankee fans breathing a sigh of relief as maybe the Yankees are still in the race. Paxton in trouble. Now it's going to be... Boy. It's going to be Willoughby and Lee throwing in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Paxton winds and delivers. He walks Randolph. He's in the process of unraveling, and that brown streak down his pants is not from sliding. Paxton to the belt. The pitch to Dent. Bucky hits one to center right at Lynn, and he makes the catch to retire the Yankees in the 5th, but they add 2 on a couple of bombs by Nettles and Piniella, and it's now 6-1 Murderers Row over the Red Sox. Guidry with a 5-run lead and 4 innings to go. It seems like an awful lot to give him. We're at the top of the order. He's only allowed 2 hits and 1 walk so far. He has struck out 2, and the 1 run was earned. Guidry winds. We're at the top of the order with Evans. The pitch to him. Hey, struck him out. 1 gone in the 6th. Now it's Burleson. Guidry winds and delivers. Hanger to Rick. Base hit. Into right field, goes the other way with a Guidry slider, and Piniella collects it and throws it back in. Now it's Rice. Jim is 0 for 2. A long one cuts the lead in half. This is a line drive left field and drops in front of White. Burleson advances to second. There's 2 on for the Red Sox now in the 6th. Guidry has now allowed 4 hits. 6-1 Yankees. Guidry to the belt, checks the runners, the pitch home. And Yaz hits one to left, but not deep. White is going to catch it, and he does. There's 2 gone now for Fisk. 276 for Carlton on the year against lefties. Guidry to the belt, the pitch home. Hey, struck him out to get out of the inning. Guidry has now struck out 4. In 6 innings, Red Sox had a chance, but do not deliver. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, it's 6-1 New York. Paxton back out. It's the top of the Yankee order. Rivers, White, and Munson coming up. He winds and throws and base hit. Blooper into right field in front of Evans. Rivers is on. 2 for 4 day for him. White stands in. Paxton to the belt. Checks Rivers. White squares to bunt. He gets it down in front of the plate. Fisk pounces. He throws to Dillard covering first. And the sacrifice works as Rivers moves up. A man in scoring position now for Munson. Jackson is on deck. Lee and Willoughby still throwing in the Red Sox bullpen. Munson is in there. Might be Paxton's last batter. Mike to the belt. The pitch home. Ground ball Dillard. He's going to throw to Scott, and that'll retire Thurman. And it'll be Reggie with first base open again and Chambliss on deck. They're going to walk Reggie again, and here comes Zimmer now, and he wants Bill Lee. Actually, he doesn't want Bill Lee, but he's going to tolerate Bill Lee, as Bill Lee was not Zim's favorite guy, but he's using him now because he needs to get Chambliss out, and Chris only hit .247 against lefties. So Reggie collects his second intentional walk of the day. He's now on first. Rivers on third. Yankees at the corners, and there's 2 outs. Lee facing Chambliss. Bill to the belt. The pitch home. He hangs one. This is to center and deep. Fred Lynn on the run to the track. He's got it to retire the Yankees in the 6th. Ooh, that would have meant it was time to walk the dog, but Chris Chambliss does not come through. Bill Lee does his job. We go to the 7th, and the Red Sox still down 5 against Guidry. It's 6-1. Scott, Lynn, Hobson for the Red Sox. Guidry winds and delivers. Hey, strikes him out. Strikeout number 5 for Louisiana Lightning. Now it's Lynn. Fred is 0 for 2 on the day. The pitch to him. Hit to center, right at Rivers. 2 gone. And now Hobson with 2 outs and nobody on. Butch. The pitch is hit to Randolph. And he boots it again. Second error of the game. It's a 1-base error for Willie. And no, it's a single and an error. My mistake. Hobson makes second base. Randolph should have just knocked the ball down and been satisfied, but he threw it away as well. So Hobson's in scoring position for Dillard. Guidry to the belt. The pitch to Steve. Ground ball Randolph. And he atones with a throw to Chambliss. And the Red Sox do not score in the top of the 7th. It's time to stretch them out in the Bronx. It's 6-1 New York. Lee back out to face Nettles, and then Willoughby is throwing. He might get Piniella and Randolph. We'll see. In the bottom of the 7th. Nettles 2 for 3 with a double and a ribby and a homer and a ribby and 2 runs scored. Lee winds and delivers to Greg. Ground ball Dillard. He's going to flip to Scott, and that will get Nettles. And now here comes Zimmer. He wants Willoughby. For Piniella in the bottom of the 7th. Lou is 3 for 3 with a pair of dongs and a double. So that's it for Lee. Here comes Willoughby. 6-2 with a .494 and 2 saves on the 77 season. Willoughby winds and delivers to Sweet Lou. It's a ground ball, Burleson, and it's through for a base hit. 4 for 4 day for Piniella. He's a triple from the cycle. Randolph steps in, and the Red Sox bullpen is going again. The Steamer, Bob Stanley throwing, as far as they can tell, in the Red Sox bullpen. Randolph is 0 for 2 with a walk. Willoughby to the belt. The pitch to him. Ground ball. Burleson. Diving stop. Flips to Dillard for 1. The relay not in time to get Randolph. He beats the rap at first. So with 2 outs, Randolph is at first now with Dent coming up. A 1 for 3 day for Bucky with an RBI. Willoughby to the belt. The pitch to him. Ground ball Dillard. He's going to flip to Scott, and that will retire the Yankees in the 7th. But they still lead 6-1. Red Sox have some work to do on offense. Sparky Lyle's starting to throw in the Yankee bullpen. This is a game they got to have. And we are now officially to Sparky time. Guidry is still in. Top of the Red Sox order, Evans, Burleson, and Rice in the 8th. The pitch from Guidry is hit to center. Rivers on the run. He gets there for out number 1 in the 8th. Yankees 5 outs away from being tied again with the Red Sox at 8-7. Burleson up 1 for 3. Guidry winds and delivers. Hit to center, right at Mickey. 2 gone, and now Rice. Jim is 1 for 3. Guidry winds and delivers to left. High, but not deep. White under it, and we'll take it for out number 3. This will probably be Guidry's last start of the regular season. So we'll see. I suppose if he's really needed in relief in game 18, maybe. Rivers 2 for 4 against Willoughby. Pitch from Jim. Fly ball center field. Here comes Yaz, and he'll make the catch for out number 1 in the bottom of the 8th. White. Willoughby winds. The pitch. He walks him. Munson. You're going to stick with him. Willoughby to the belt. The pitch home to Thurman. To left. Yaz right at him. 2 down. And now Reggie up. With White at first. Nowhere to put Reggie. No left-handers in the pen. The pitch home. He lost him. An unintentional, intentional. And now it's Chambliss. Willoughby. Stanley is ready in the bullpen. Willoughby is still in there. Zimmer on the top step, vaping heavily. Chambliss, the pitch. Ground ball, Burleson. He flips to Dillard, and that retires the Yankees in the 8th. Willoughby completes his work with 1 2/3 innings of shutout relief. We go to the 9th. Guidry coming back out to try and finish the job and give Sparky 1 more day off before the final 3 games of the season. Yaz, Fisk, and Scott coming up for Boston at 6-1 New York. Guidry winds and the pitch. Hey, struck him out. 1 gone in the 9th. That's strikeout number 6 for Louisiana Lightning. Fisk, 0 for 2 with a walk and a whiff. Guidry winds and pitches and blooper. Left field drops in front of White. Fisk is aboard with a single. Red Sox have life. Scott 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored and a whiff on the day. Guidry to the belt. The pitch home to the boomer. Hey, struck him out. Strikeout number 7. Fisk still at first. Lynn comes to the plate. Freddie is 0 for 3 on the day. Guidry to the belt. The pitch. He walked him. Ball 4. And Fisk moves up to second base. 2 on now. 2 outs for Hobson. Dillard on deck. Guidry to the belt. The pitch to Butch. Ground ball Dent. Bucky flips to Randolph, and that ends the game. The Yankees win a big one, 6-1 over the Red Sox. Give you the totals for the victorious 1977 New York Yankees. 6 runs on 12 hits, and they committed actually Willie Randolph, committed 2 errors for the vanquished 1977 Red Sox, who went from getting a tie for second place to now scrambling for a playoff spot themselves just by virtue of this loss. 1 run on 6 hits, and they committed no errors. Winning pitcher is Guidry. Losing pitcher, Jenkins. No save. Guidry goes the whole way. His numbers: 9 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, and was earned. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, no home runs. Current records: both teams are at 8-7, and depending upon what happens in the game between the 69 Tigers and the 79 Brewers, they are either tied for 3rd or will be tied for 4th in a cluster of teams fighting for a playoff position. Not out of it by any means, with 3 games to go for both of these ball clubs. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the Payoff Pitch Dream season. I'm Kurt Berglund. We got to stick together, folks. Happy holidays to all. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all the Dream season action. Hope you have a good night. So long, everybody.